Good morning, fellow arcade enthusiasts. Getting ready to start another repair video. This is Crystal Castles, and this is from a Patreon member. And one of the perks of being a Patreon member, if you do have some kind of a barcade operation, or you operate games or whatever, I'm approximately 3 to 4 months backlogged with repairs. Patreon members get expedited service at no extra charge. So this one just came in and it's going to get right back out. No expedition charge. So that being said, this is a nice looking board. I don't see any damage up here at all. Yeah, so I'll get my Crystal Castles harness out. We'll hook up to this thing and see what it's doing. Before I do that, though, I will give this thing a pretty good once over. I just want to look at everything and make sure I don't see any obvious damage. And then we'll hook up to it and turn it on. Okay, we do have some prior work to keep our eyes on. This one's like got a wire attached and looks like it's glued down. Trace repair right there. That looks about the extent of the prior work, though. You know, not terrible. We shall see. All right. Okay, all hooked up. Got my meter ready to go. Looking at 5 volts. And let's turn it on. We have 2 high tones and 5 low tones. So I need to go to the manual and see what that means. But my guess is it's this work up here with these rams. That would be my guess. So it looks like we're going to have some work to do removing sockets and cleaning up prior work. That's what this one looks like it's going to be. That's my initial guess anyway. So could be something completely different, but that's just my that's my opinion. We'll see. All right, I am going to go and look at what the manual says about that, even though I think it's kind of probably doesn't probably isn't going to help much. I think what I'm really going to have to do is just start removing these rams, these sockets. And I could test these rams. There's 4416 rams here. There's 6116s up here. There's a 8209 here. So those can all be tested for sure. And we have 2212s here. I think I can test those. Maybe not. I don't think I have a way of testing those, actually. So, yeah. All right. Well, okay. Yeah. So that's going to be that will be the course of action on this one. Clean up. All right, I'm taking this all apart where these 4416 rams are, and I can see where the problem is right now. This was not connected to this trace. There was the break right there. So I'm going to continue, with just cleaning up cleaning this stuff up, and we'll fix it up, make it work. Okay, so we have all of this cleaned up. I got the all the RAMs back in it and everything. We did our trace repair. I reconditioned all the sockets, and I replaced 3 of these sockets. Replaced all of these sockets. I did not test any of the RAMs or anything like that. But we're ready to fire back up. So let's see what we get. Still fail. One, two, three. Okay, let's turn it off. This looks like a job for the Fluke, because I know now that this is all good. I know that's good now. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and put the Fluke on this thing and see what we get. All right. I had previously done a learn function with the Fluke on a working Crystal Castles board back on May 17th of 21 last year. And I just tested this range right here, which is most of the ROM range. B37E, and it's good. I can access the ROMs no problem. The problem is RAM. I just get random kind of addressing errors, or decoding errors actually. If I do a RAM, let's just start at 1000 and try to go to 17FF. It'll kick back just a decoding error. Last time it was bit 3. We'll see what it says this time. Bit 1, yeah, so we have addressing issues to the RAM. So I'm going to have to get the schematic out. I'm going to put the Fluke away, I think. Well, no, not yet. I want to get the schematic out and look at the muxing. It's probably these 153s right here. I should probably just test those. But I don't know. Let's take a look at the schematic and find out. Just kind of study the addressing to the RAMs. The addressing and selecting and stuff to the ROMs is absolutely fine. It's the RAM side of things. I cannot access the RAMs. Can't address them. So, yep. And I think while I'm at it, I'm going to take some time to actually test all of the RAM. Just make sure everything's good. And these 153s. All right, I'll be back. All right, after probing around on this board for what seems like a whole day and not finding anything that remotely looks bad, I have swapped in new pokies, and that was not an issue. I probed almost everything on this board and cannot find anything looking bad. A little recap. With the Fluke on this thing, I can read my ROMs perfectly, but I have no RAM access. This self-test gives me just random bad RAM codes. It really isn't helpful at all. So what I've done is I've gone and I'm just hooking to some of these ROMs. I actually removed this one. I actually removed that one and tested it in my reader, and it's fine. So I decided to hook up to this guy up here, and it was fine. And then I moved down to this one, which is 7K, which is not the one that I I don't have the file for that, I don't believe. I'm not exactly sure. I think, I don't know. Now I gotta go check that. I might have the file here for 11K. I don't know. I think it's 7K. Who knows? Anyway, I have a grid. I have the code here for... This might be 11. That might be this one. So this might be all for naught. Because I'm on 7K, not 11L. Anyway, if that were the case, this would definitely not be any good. I thought I already verified that this one was good, though. I'm going to have to go see exactly what this file is. But anyway, you look up here, you can see the address up top and then the data down below. In 4, A, C, and E is E, right? 4, A, C, and E. We can just start there. 4, and then A is here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be B. So that one's wrong. C, 4C is right here, and that is E. And then it's got 50 as E, which should be C. I just need to go verify this file that I printed. I think that is 7K. So let me do that. If it is in fact that, and this is 7K, and I'm on 7K, then this ROM is no good. And I don't even, I'm going to have to look at what that is. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. I was thinking that this was this chip for some reason. So I might be barking up the complete wrong tree here. So I'll find out. Let me go see what I've got here. Yeah, it looks like I was barking up the wrong tree. This is the file for 11L, and I moved my clip up to 11L, and it matches my file. You can see here 94 is 3, 90 is C. Here's 90. 90 is C. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is 3. 10 is C. And 14 is 3. Here's 10. C. 14 is 3. So, yeah. 70 is C. 70 is C, and 74 is 3. Here's 70 is C, and 74 is 3. So this seems to match. And, yeah. Yeah. 50 and 54. 50 and 54. 50 is C. 54 is 3. Yeah, so this seems to be doing exactly what it should. So I don't know what the file is for this. I think I'll go move this back down to this, print this one off, and check it, because I did not have the right file. So that's better than pulling them out of the board, and you can just hook up to it and analyze it and verify it against the actual ROM code inside the chip. As long as you have the proper ROM code for the chip you're trying to analyze, then you're good to go. So I'll do that. I'll print off 7K, move this back down to 7K, and verify that it looks right, and move on. I can't find anything wrong with this board. It's pretty frustrating. So I'll keep at it. All right, I went through and I checked the entire decoding section right here. This whole address decoding section was verified good. And I'm starting to be like, I'm starting to think maybe this thing doesn't look bad. This is a custom chip and it doesn't look bad. The outputs on it look really good and everything, but I'm like, maybe it's just not right. I don't know. I tested all of the 4416 RAMs in my Inquisitor and they all tested good. I started replacing the RAM chips. I tried different Pokies. I tried 6116s. And then I was like, okay, well, I know I tested these and they tested good, but I'll put 4 new ones in here. And sure enough, I put 4 new RAMs in it. And I don't get it. I don't get how the Inquisitor said that they were good. So I wasted a day, a whole entire day, analyzing stuff, trying to find a problem that really didn't exist. The only problem was the RAM. One of the RAMs, at least one of them, is just... I want to get the Inquisitor back out, and I want to go through these one more time. These ones look new. These Fujitsus look actually new. These ones look like they were pulled out of the board. These two. These two were pulled out of the board, and these two are new. And these are my new ones I just put in the board. And that fixed it. Now I did find, remember that broken trace here. That was absolutely a broken trace. That was something that I found here. This wouldn't have worked unless I pulled these sockets, and I replaced these sockets and did that board repair work, the trace work. So that was, yeah. So, all right, well, I want to get the Inquisitor back out and revisit these. All right, after doing some swapperooski, the 2 Texas Instruments parts that were pulled out of the board are good. So I've got those in the board and 2 new ones. These Fujitsu parts are no good. The board will not pass self-test with these in the board. Either one of them. So I could have 3 of these in the board and leave this slot open, which is actually what I did. And I tested each one of these RAMs in this slot. These 2 would not pass the self-test. So now I'm going to do what I said. I'm going to grab the Inquisitor, go back over these. These are 81416. I take it those are 4416 chips. They're dash 10. These are 15. I mean, it could be that. It could be that these need to match. Maybe the 150s. Another timing issue maybe. Because these absolutely test good in the Inquisitor, and I'll get that back out and show you that. But they will not work in this board. So there's another, just another instance of maybe it's a timing issue with the chips. These are all Texas Instruments 150 nanosecond, and these obviously are 100 nanosecond. So that's probably what it is. But it's working well. I don't know if those are supposed to be in purple boxes like that, to be honest. I'm going to have to look into that. Is that a graphics glitch? Yeah, it's a graphics glitch. They're not supposed to be in purple like that. So, all right, well, we got to figure that out, and that could just be, you know, something with the ROMs. I don't know. We'll figure that out. I'm just glad that we've progressed beyond this. Yeah, I figured out the graphics glitch. It was quite simple. And these characters should pop up and not be in purple boxes this time. Come on, guys. There they are. Yeah. All it was I had these ROMs in the wrong spot. I had this one over here and this one over here. So I just flipped them and good to go. So let me grab the Inquisitor and we'll re-look at these guys. But I am now, well, I got to try, do the trackball test and all that good stuff. But for the most part, this baby's done. Thank goodness. But let me go ahead and revisit these. Here's those Fujitsu parts. Okay. And we'll put the other one in here. Come on. Wait, what was that? 4-1. No. DRAM, okay. They are okay. They're just, the timing just doesn't match. That's what it is. It's another timing thing. So yeah. Yep, that's what it is. So let me go ahead, hook up the trackball, and we'll mess around and play a little Crystal Castles. I got it hooked up to the trackball and stuff like that now. I can actually play it. Oh. Game over. Uh-oh. I shorted something out. My jump wire shorted something out on the board. It's all good. Yeah. Good to go. These 157s I analyzed early on, and they were super noisy. I mean, they technically worked, but they were, I wish I would have showed you that. They were really bad how they were processing the signals. They would have technically worked, but I didn't like the way they looked. So I put new ones in it, and it really cleaned the signals up. And they basically addressed these two RAMs. So technically they were not bad, but they were bad, if you know what I mean. So I did replace those 3 addressing chips for these 2 RAMs. And we had 2 bad, well, they weren't bad RAMs, but they were just out of time. There was prior work that was done here, and there was a trace that was left bad on here. I removed these 3 sockets. I did not remove this one because it just looked different. It was okay. These ones, I didn't like these sockets, so I just removed them. I replaced the sockets, put the chips back in the boards. I reconditioned all of the sockets on this board and analyzed a bunch of stuff. Analyzed those ROMs, and yeah, remember I was doing those ROMs. I had the wrong file, and they were fine. I analyzed those ROMs, those bipolars, on board, and they were fine. Obviously, they're fine. The game works. Yeah, so good. Everything works. It's going to wrap this one up. I'll let this one run a few hours, make sure nothing fails. And I also replaced this guy, 245. Another chip that wasn't bad, but I just did not like the way that it was gating the chips. I didn't like the way the signals looked. So I replaced that and cleaned it up. It would have worked, but it's just better now. The signals have better integrity now. So it's all good. All right. That is going to do it for this one. A lot of maintenance work, prior work cleanup and repair, 2 good bad RAMs. That's it. It's gonna wrap this one up, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. You got to really watch those timings on those RAM chips. Really pay attention to that. All right. We'll see you on the next Classic Arcade Repair, guys. Thank you, and bye for now.